Today I'm going to show you how to replace this gas control valve and the pilot assembly in a Bradford natural gas water heater. First, you're going to turn off the gas, switch it to off. Then you're going to hook up your hose and drain the heater. You're going to grab your hose, hook it up to the drain. Once you got all that screwed down, run it all the way to the outside. With the screw, just make sure you run it all straight out. At least the curves and loops, the faster your heater will drain. Alright, so to drain the heater, you're going to leave the water on for a second and open up the valve. Just get a flathead. This one's a quarter turn. You're going to let the water pressure blast any sediment or debris. And then just make sure you got a good stream going. So got some sediment and debris coming out, so I leave it running until the water will clear up, and then you could have a good drain going on. Alright, the stream cleared up a bit, so now I'm going to shut off the water and let it start draining. With the hose still open, you're going to turn off the main water supply for the cold, and then find your TMP relief valve and open that up to let the air circulate and help drain a lot faster. So now it's going to drain, so just wait till it stops draining and you can start getting this out. So now we'll take off the gas line and prep to take off the rest of the parts. Take off the gas. You can use a crescent wrench or some channel locks, whatever's best for you. Crack it open. You might smell a little gas come out, but as long as your valve is shut off, that's fine. It's pretty normal. Smell it, it's good to go. And you're going to take off this fitting because you're going to put on the new one. You always want to hold it here and here for backup so you don't break this while it's draining. If you're too scared to do that, just make sure you drain it all out first before taking this off if it's too tight. So I'm going to take that off. Yeah, I tried taking this fitting off, but it's way too tight on there, and I'm not going to risk flooding the garage, so we'll do that once it's drained. So now, unplug these wires. This is the igniter to start it up. Pull that out. You can unscrew these two. So left. If it's propane, these will be backwards to take off. So we'll get to that. Sorry for my breathing, but I'm wearing a mask because of COVID. So crack them loose, just unscrew them. Let that come out there. And undo this one. Pull that out like that. Now we could get underneath this cap. Take these wires off. There, that's just the temperature shut off switch. It's a little reset button in the middle. Now you're going to take off this screw, this one, and this one. And the burner assembly should come apart. Oh, and then these two here. Right there and right there. So let's get those off. The tool I use is a 1/4 inch nut driver. Use this or a flathead, but it's a lot easier with the 1/4 inch nut driver. And just get all these off. Just pull this out. There's one cap. There's a gasket around here. And then you could leave that one on, just, you know, get it loose. And then that's where the pilot's at and the burner assembly. So now that you have this unscrewed, you could pop this out of here like that, and then this should all come out just like that. And you got the whole assembly. So now we're gonna change out the pilot. That's this. It's one screw here, comes off, and you run all the wires up how they are right now. Take this clip off. This just holds the wires. And then it's good to clean out the stuff that just came out of here. And if you want, you could blow through here and, you know, make sure it's all clean. But that's pretty much what, so it cakes up there, and we'll get this pilot assembly off. Another 1/4 inch. Unscrew it. Sorry, doing this with one hand. Kind of difficult. Just don't lose these screws. And you'll have to find some. So that screw goes there. Pilot assembly just comes right off. It hooks on to this front part right there. So now we'll get the new one in the box. Check it out. New pilot assembly. Take it out of here. There it is. Let's unfold the wires. Just be delicate not to kink them or pinch them. Gonna kind of straighten them out. You can run all in one line like that, and you'll assemble it back onto the burner. Put that front hook in, go down. You get the screw. Screw it right back in. The wires in the way, just kind of bend them up. Just want to get it sitting in that bracket how it is. Snug it down, it's ready to go. Keep the wires out just like that. So this is how it's gonna look. Just gonna run the wires like that out here. It's all bolted down. Burner's cleaned out. So now we're waiting it for it to drain. So we could unthread this control valve and take that fitting off. You know, these are plastic in the back, so if you're yanking on it, you're gonna snap it in. If the tank's still full, it's gonna be flooding everywhere in here, so that's why you gotta be careful. So yep, we're just gonna wait for it to drain and be right back. Alright, I got a trickle, so it's empty. So now we're gonna go ahead and take off the control valve. For this, you can do it by hand. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not, so we'll try doing it by hand. There it goes. Just twisting left. There it goes. You can see I got the wrong part. There's one shorter and one longer. Parts all screwed me over again. Well, the parts house ordered me the wrong part. This is a 2-inch shank, and the one I got is a 1. So the threads are back here, and it's pretty deep inside. So pretty frustrating, but I'm gonna have to run to the parts house to get another right part. So I'll be back. Alright, so we're back. I got the new one in there, so we thread it in, spin it 1 or 2 times. Once it starts getting snug, and that's gonna be your last turn. So I'm on my last turn right now. It's right there. Just want to get it straight. Looks pretty good. Alright, now we'll start assembling everything back. So now you could put the burner back in, and there's a notch right here. That little part right here, you're gonna slit in that little notch right there. So kinda gotta just look in there. There it is. That's what you want to see. And then line it up right down here. And be careful not to strip this nut. So just get it threaded. And then start doing hand tighten. Snug it up. Just gonna get your wires organized here. So you got the spark here. Connect to the spark here. Just push it in. Make sure it's always seated. Red wire, you can rip off the tape. You hook up the gas wire. Put that little ferrule nut first. Up in there. So it kind of stops, and then thread it while you're holding this. And all you do is snug these parts up. You don't want to over tighten them. Get your crescent wrench. But then you don't want them too loose, that they're going to be leaking gas. So, and you'll smell it once it's on. If you're on natural gas, propane, you can smell it too. So these don't want to over tighten. Once you start feeling it tight, just give it a little quarter turn. Wrench is slipping. Alright, now it's got snug. So do a little more. You'll feel it kind of stop and bottom out. There it is. Now, this red wire. So now that you got there, you want to put all these wires right by here. The wires and the gas, you want them right beside it. Now you put the cover back on. Alright, I had a phone call, but in the meantime, so you put the red, goes down here, the other end to the white, goes to the white, negative. Just put your clip here, try to make the wires, you know, look decent. And so now you could close off the drain. And turn the water on. And test for leaks, and then we could hook up the gas. So after turning on the water, you leave this TMP valve open. So when it's filling up, all the air pushes out of there. And when I close that is when you hear water start coming out. So just make sure that pipe isn't to the floor. Make sure it's going outside, because then you have water all over the place. And you can check and make sure nothing's leaking. Looks good. Everything's back together, nice and tight. So we'll get started on the gas. I got this one finally off. Super tight on that old one. Just thread it on. Tighten it up. Put the gas on. So now, what I do to bleed out the air in the gas is to gently before you snug this one all the way down, is open the gas valve. Start smelling the gas come out. Tighten it up. You smell a little bit. Just snug it. Tank is filled. Gas line is split out. Now turn it on. You hold down the pilot and ignite. Once you get that lit, you keep holding the button down until the status light comes on. Come on, come on. It's on. Now it's staying on. Now turn it up. Got no leaks. Put on your cover. And there you go. Alright, so the unit is on and heating. Everything's filled up. There you go. We just completed my gas control oven pilot assembly replacement.